First I'll go to the file menu. From there I'll choose new project. After doing that things, I will choose categories is Java and the project would be the Java application. So both are selected. I'll click on the next. I had given call database add. So that's the database add1 I am going to give it. So this is the name of my project and I make it finish. After doing that thing, I will go to my database add. I'll right click. I will go to the new. From there I will choose JFrame and that I will give the name as a record insert. So that would be the name of that class and I will make it as finish. Now my JFrame panel has come and I can see on the right hand side there my palettes also is ready. I can minimize that thing. I can make it large like that, and this all windows would be available from here also. So you can choose it from here. What are the windows you are asking to display, like output window, ID window, like that you can do that. Okay. So as I told you, in this module I am going to make a student database. So I will choose first, I will choose a label. Here I am going to write the label text. It would be the student code. After doing that label, it is not necessary that you have to give the label because it's a static. If you are using it as a dynamic, you can use it. You can give the name of the thing. Now I will take a text box or the text field. I'll bring it here, I'll put it in there. So inside of this text field I'll take the value at runtime. So edit text. Right now I'm not giving any value. Now I'll do like that and I will give the name. So I will change the variable name. I'll put it jtext. To understand that thing, it's a text box and I'm giving the name of that field is code. So my first thing has done. Then in that same process I will do the next thing called student name. So edit text student student name, and again I will take the things from here, that is called text field. Edit text. I'll change the text. I'll increase the size of this. Right click, change the variable name, and that I will give as name. Okay, here at that time I didn't press enter. So edit text student student name. Now at the same way I'm going to save you one more label that I'm using as a gender. So this particular label will gender, and I'm going to use a combo box. I'm going to use a combo box for that. So this is my combo box. I'll bring it here, I'll put it there. First I will change the name of this combo box. So J combo, I'm giving it as a gender, gender. Okay, then I have to insert some items in that particular combo box. I'll go to the properties. There is a one option called model. Normally by default 4 items will display at the time. So you can write it here, male In item 2 you can write FEMALE female. Now in that way you can enter too many items over here. I don't want, so I am going to delete this particular things and I click on OK. So after doing that I will close that things, and at the same time I will take one more things called button. So I am going to write this button here. I will give the name as a SAP database. So this is a button. I can give a name of this variable. So this is called J button. I am writing it here, SAVE, SAVE. So that is the form part design. So now you can make that particular things. This you can run it to see the things how the design is coming. So you can see that my design part is over. I can choose any of these things. At the same time I can give a code number 1 2 3 4 5 like that. Student name I can give you computer teacher or like that. So my design part now complete. You can increase the size of that things as per your requirement. Close it. So as it was showing a little bit like this, so I am going to increase that thing. So just a little bit size increasing I am doing for the student name, or I can put a gender and male little bit side. You might have seen that the code number was coming in the center alignment. So right click, go to the properties. So from here you can change that alignment. From here you can make a different type of settings for here also. So this would be the font. So font also you can change that thing, but I want to keep it fixed. Now there would be the text alignment. So you have to find that particular text alignment option and you have to change that also. Now I make it close because I don't want to do it right now. So this is my save button. So after doing these things, now I have to go to the database. So what I'll do, just for time being I'm making it minimize. I have a XAMPP server. I'm using a XAMPP server. I will click on the admin. I already make it start, and for the MySQL I am using 3306 as a port. So you have to keep it in mind because that is going to use in later. So that is my browser. Now I am using PHP. Now you can do it from here also. You will click in here admin, MySQL admin button. It will take you in the localhost PHP my admin. So the same thing will open. That's already opened in here. So I can close these particular things. I am going to new. So I have to give first the database. I am giving the STUDENT student INFO. Student info is my database name. Now I click on the create button. So my database is created, and under that student info I have to create a table. So my table name is STUD1 stud1, and there would be 3 columns right now as I had done. So I can increase the size, I can decrease the size from here. Then I click on the go button. So after that my table design mode will come. So here I am writing std underscore code. So it's a student code. I know that I want to take it as a text character, so I put it as a varchar, and I am going to take maximum 3 characters, means maximum 9999. So 3 characters. The student name is td underscore name. That's also a varchar, and a student name within the limit of, you can give it 35. Then I have chosen a std underscore gender, gender, and as I know it would be a maximum characters are in female. That's a 6 characters, so I can keep it as a 6 character. Now I make it save. So my database, along with the database, my table also is ready. You can see it here. This is my database name. In this database there is a one table called stud1. In the stud1 I don't have any record, so you can see there is a no record. So my database part also completed. Now I have to go to the coding part where I will write the code for the button. So I simply double click